I almost didn't write today because I didn't want to. Hey everyone, it is the first day of my second 10-day writing vlog of the year. It is January 11th, and I've actually had a pretty successful day. I wrote 778 words, so almost 300 words more than the goal of 500, bringing my total up to 21,684. And I'm pretty excited about these particular words because I finally capped off a very, very dense info dump chapter that I know is going to have to be trimmed and edited down and rearranged a little bit, but it was very useful and instructive for me because a lot of it was info dumping about the magic system in this world. It really helped me kind of get used to explaining the magic. And like I said, I know this is going to be reworked. It can't all just be this 3,000 word chapter of just information. I can definitely use what I learned in this chapter about the world and the magic system and rearrange it and put it into other chapters, in revisions. So I finally capped that off. There is some for momentum because the character needs to know this information to move forward. So it's just a matter of paring back what isn't useful for moving along. But anyway, that's for revisions. Tomorrow I will start with a new chapter. I don't usually like to leave off on ending a chapter. I usually prefer to leave a writing session in the middle of a scene. This chapter was just so long. It took me several days to write. These chapters in this first draft have been really, really snappy and short. And this one was just dragging on and on and on. And I was aware that it was info dumpy. So I was just trying to get out of it at that point. So tomorrow I will get to start with a whole new chapter. And we're getting into territory that I have not yet explored in any real detail. So I'm a little bit nervous as we are creeping up toward the midpoint, which is pretty much all that I have fairly well defined in my head. After that, like the 50 to 80% mark is still kind of a question mark for me. I know what the climax is going to be. I have a pretty good ending of how the ending is going to kind of tie up the second half of the second act that I'm a little nervous about. But that's way down the line. I've still got plenty of writing left to do before I even get to that point. And as I go, I'm sure the ideas will come. But anyway, like I said, a pretty good writing day. Tomorrow is Friday, and I have noticed that I struggle to write on Fridays because I view them as the end of my work week. And though I love writing, it is work. I'm trying to do better about it. Part of the paring back my daily word goal is to be better about writing every single day. I'm a little hesitant that I will get any writing done in the evening, so I might try and get most of it done on my break at work. I always think that, and then I usually spend my break reading, so we'll see how that goes. So that's it for day one. I'm really excited to finally wrap up this chapter, and the amount of words that I got, I'm making up for a little bit of my indolence last week, so I'm excited about that, and I look forward to continuing on, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hail, it is now January, well, technically it is January 14th, but I haven't slept yet, even though it is after 1 o'clock in the morning. So for me, it is still January 13th. I just got done writing. I didn't write much yesterday. Friday continues to be elusive in terms of productivity. I got about 47 words. So I knew that I needed to really make an effort to write today, even though I had a bunch of stuff on my plate. I had an appointment, and then I went to the bookstore because I had a gift card that I wanted to spend. And then, I had a really bad headache all day. I came home from my appointment and shopping and things, and I was reading. I'm in the middle of the final installment of the Broken Earth trilogy. So I was reading, and that was just making my headache worse. So then I took a nap. Then I sat down and I got my computer out, and I was like, maybe I'll write during football. And then I couldn't concentrate on writing because of football. And then I realized I had homework to do, so I had to write a paper. Finally, after the game was over at 10 o'clock, I was like, okay, I really have to write now that I have no excuses. And I did. I mean, it is like 1:30 in the morning, but I did eventually get my writing done. I did 545 words. I don't have my computer open anymore, but it's like 545 words. Met my goal. It would have been easy to not write tonight with everything going on, just not feeling well and being out and about and the football game and having this. It would have been easy to make an excuse and say, I just don't have the spoons to write. I just don't have the time, energy, whatever. I'm proud of myself for knowing that I could do it if I made myself do it. So I made myself do it. I like the busyness. I like having a lot of things to do. It's just that I'm not, even though I like having all these things to do, I'm not the best yet with my time management. And I'm making active efforts to be better about that. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey everyone, checking in with a writing update. It is now the 14th. Did I say the 14th yesterday? I meant the 13th yesterday, but today is the 14th. And I am just wrapping up with my writing for the day. I finally sat down and said, you know what? It's still early in the day. I'd rather not wait until I'm too tired and it has to be dragged out of me. And when it's easy to make excuses to not write. So I just sat down and did it. I did 508 words. I probably could have gone for more, but I still have some homework to do and I'm still trying to finish this book and I've still got to get ready for the week because it's not for certain that I'm not going to be working tomorrow. I am midway through the 11th chapter. I've got, let's see, my total is 22,778 words. I've got a little bit of work to do. I've got about 15,000 words to get to the midpoint. So I've got some filling out I need to do because I am coming up on that midpoint rapidly. So that's it for me today. I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Hey everyone. It is Wednesday, January the 17th. I've missed 2 days in a row now. There's not really a great excuse for it. Monday, as I was home and just didn't get to it. I filmed a video and edited it and edited another video and posted and got some other stuff done, but not writing. So no good excuses for that. And then yesterday, I just had a really shitty day. I just couldn't get my mind right to write. My mind right to write. I've really put myself in a little bit of a bind because I'm behind on both reading and writing and homework because for the last couple of days. So it is shortly after 9 o'clock. I think it's about 9:20 right now. I'm going to sit down and get some writing done. I'm probably only going to shoot for my 500 words because, like I said, I've got some other shit that I need to get done. It is what it is at this point. So I'll check in with you guys here shortly once I have done my 500 words. All right, I'm done. Calling it here. It's about an hour later because I lollygagged, as you do. I got 522 words. I am up to a total of 23,360. I'm in kind of a weird transitionary chapter that I'm using to just kind of explore my character's relationship, my primary character, and like the other main character. I did finally come up with the sequence of events that will lead up to the end part of the second act, which I'm pretty happy about because I've really been struggling with it. I still need an end to the second act and a climax. The middle is always the worst part. Actually, I normally don't even start projects until I know what the ending is going to be, and I do know what the ending is going to be, but like I don't have the climax kind of firmly. It's just sort of a generic climax in my head, so I need to kind of get that more firmly in place. But I was mostly worried about the middle. The middle is where it really starts to die off if you're not careful. So I was really worried about having enough material and enough ideas to carry through the middle, and I had some beats that I wanted to hit, but I wasn't really sure about the sequence. And then there was one like major reveal that I wasn't sure where it was going to fit in, if I was going to save it for the very end or if I was going to use it to motivate the character earlier. But I finally found out where that's going to go. I'm no longer in a place where I'm running up against the end of my ideas, so that's a big relief. This part is a little bit draggy. It's a little bit slow. I'm not super happy with it, but again, first drafts are really not even necessarily being a good story. It's just really about getting the pieces into place so that you can eventually make it what it needs to be. I'm not gonna harp on myself too much for this being kind of an uninteresting chapter. Okay, well that actually helps. I thought was only halfway done with this chapter, but I'm actually mostly. That means I can carry on as I intended, and I don't have to drag this out any further. Okay, anyway, I'm back on the wagon. That's good. I'm over 500 words. That's also good. I've got a busy weekend ahead of me, so I would love if I could get some extra words in. I just don't see that happening Thursdays are music lessons, and it really kind of interrupts my whole evening because I have to leave in the middle of the evening and come back, and it just kind of throws me off. And then I usually have homework due on Thursdays. I'm gonna go because my phone's about to die, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey everyone, this is going to be the quickest update of all time. Today is January the 18th, Thursday. January the 18th, Thursday. And I just finished 513 words. I almost didn't write today because I had a bunch of other shit to do, including some school stuff, and I didn't want to. After I finished my school stuff, I was like, you know what? No excuses. And I did. 513 words. I don't know what that totaled out to right now. I don't have my computer in front of me, but it's like 23,000 and some change. And so I'm going to be happy with that and go the fuck to bed. See you tomorrow. Hopefully. Tomorrow's Friday. Fridays aren't good. Hey everyone, it is now Sunday the 21st, so I've missed the last couple of days. As expected, I did not write on Friday. I tried, but I had a lot of work to do that was not writing. I haven't really talked about it that much, but I decided last year that I was going to go back to school. I've never been to college, but I figured it was time to get my degree, so I started taking some online classes, and at the beginning of the new year, I decided I was going to bump up my course load because I was feeling a little bit complacent, and I feel like I can handle more coursework. I'm still in the early stages of balancing that against writing and content creating and reading and all the other obligations I have. So on Friday night, I sat down. I was like, I had a bunch of homework to do, so that took me until like 10:30 at night. And by the time that it was done, I was like completely fried. Even though I had the intention of writing, I just didn't. And then yesterday, I had a very full day of parenting obligations. It just didn't work out again. I did write just over 40 words yesterday, which brought my 10-day total up to almost exactly 3,000, which is an average of 300 words a day. And that's not ideal considering my goal is 500. At least I'm writing. I'm trying to stay positive and not get too hard on myself, but I would like to see that increase. Now, I'm going to be taking a break from vlogging for this next 10 days. That was pre-scheduled, pre-planned. I just can't figure out where to fit in a third 10-day writing vlog in my content schedule. So it just seems like it'd be a good idea to just take a little break so I'm not overwhelming my schedule too much. So I'm close to 24,000 words. I don't have it in front of me. I'm out getting my groceries right now. I'm close to 24,000 words, so I'm still making progress. It looks like I'm probably going to be extending writing this project into Camp Nano in April, but I'm fine with that. As long as I'm writing, as long as I'm making progress, and as long as I actually put the end at the end of this manuscript, then I have nothing to be ashamed about. So I am going to keep working at it, keep grinding. I plan on writing for these next 10 days. I just won't be vlogging, and then I will pick up with a new vlog on February 1st. So I will see you guys then. Bye.